nervous, man.
Did you feel motivated by the independent work of the ILP?
Motivated? No. I did feel more independent because I was able to express myself more freely, but motivated, I would have rather had more instruction as to what I was supposed to do.
How would you compare this class to other English classes that you've taken?
Well, this class compared to other classes, I felt it was more independent work, whereas other classes were guided, and the reading was definitely more structured, whereas this we had more opportunity to do our own thing.
What is one thing you would change about this class?
One thing I would change about this class is have more group work to work together and help each other out.
What is the ILP?
So the Inquiry Learning Plan is an organizational tool that allows students to work through the inquiry process independently. And it has students choose their own questions, usually based off of their texts or a certain skill. They also get to choose their own resources based on what it is that they want to learn. And then they also choose skills that they need to develop according to their individual needs as a student. So it really allows students to take control of the curriculum in a way that most classes don't get to do. In most English classes, a teacher decides, well, this is what I love about learning and teaching, and this is what I love about this book, so I'm going to assign this to my students and hope that they love to learn the same thing that I do. But the ILP is created so that students can find what they love about learning.
What would you get as a tattoo if you had to get one?
I think Don Hazard's face. Right here. I think so.
Would you recommend that next year's hip kids drop the class?
If you're a hipster, don't drop the class.
What was your initial reaction to the ILP?
Well, I started calling it the ILP. Miss Donhauser wasn't too happy with that. She's still kind of mad.
What was Donnie's nickname for you and why?
Donnie called me class creep. Why? I have no idea, because I'm the least creepy kid in this class.
Do you try to make your hair look like you're a weatherman?
Yeah.
What do you think you improved on most during the year?
I definitely think that my writing improved and that I got to think outside the box and use my own ideas to write different pieces.
What was your big takeaway?
My big takeaway? Well, I'm not really sure. I mean, I learned a lot about creativity, and I learned a lot about different writing styles. So I guess I'll take them and use them in the future, I suppose.
How well do you think you managed your time in this class?
Alright, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I didn't manage my time well at all. Most days I spent playing computer games, but I still did do work and I learned a lot both in and out of the class.
What about the HIP experience has been different than other classes?
Well, the ILP helped me become more independent and structure things the way I want it to be, and it also helped me develop skills that I will probably use in the future.
What have you learned about the process of learning?
I learned that sometimes learning is more independent rather than being instructed by a teacher.
Did you find that anything in this class took you out of your comfort zone? If so, what?
Well, I hate writing poetry, so whenever I can do that in any class, it takes me out of my comfort zone.
Looking back, is there anything that you would do differently about the class?
I think a large part of this class is I think a large part of this class is independence, and I think that throughout this class we had the opportunity to work with a lot of different people, but I also think that we could have expanded who we worked with and been forced to work with people who have different learning styles than us, so that we could learn more about their learning styles and how everyone else works in the class.
What was your favorite project of this class?
My favorite project was probably the project where we had to write scripts, because I feel as though you got to make up what you wanted to write about, and it was pretty free reign on what you got to do, so you could be very creative and write about what you wanted.
Is the I in your name silent?
Yes.
Did you have any projects that you were particularly proud of? Yeah, I had one project. It was for an individual poetry assignment called Austin's Vans. And it started off as a joke. I didn't really want to take the project seriously, so I started writing a poem about classmates' shoes. And I actually put a lot of effort into it, and it turned from a joke into something that I'm actually really proud of. I can actually start reading it for you guys. Austin's Vans, worn by feet, not by hands. Pillows for the soul, so soft to stand, rugged, unforgiving, and rough, like sand. Austin's Vans, Austin's shoes. God. So Dwight, did you like hip?
Fact. Hip is not hip. Hip is dull and boring. If I'm attacked by a herd of bears, I will not be able to use hip to my advantage. So no, hip was not fun.
Incredibly long amount of time. Let's give you all you need.
Did you feel motivated by the independent work of the ILP?
Alright, let's take that one to the top.
It's not.
Literally nothing happened.
Use language things, and make an impact.
Are you even in this class?
What? No, I do. I'm not even in this class.
Go here!